Hey guys, my name is Caitlin Stallman. I'm a BHIS provider for Heart and Solutions in the Cedar Rapids area. Today I have an activity to share with you guys to get your clients engaged in some good, healthy coping skills that they can identify with when they might be feeling really overwhelmed with an emotion. So for this activity, you're going to need 2 of these cutout apples and a cutout of a tree. And if your clients prefer to draw, then that'd be a great way to incorporate this into the activity. It's just all up to personal preference and what they feel most comfortable with doing. And then you're gonna need something to color with. So I'm using markers. And then you're gonna need some scissors and a glue stick. So there's 2 parts to this activity. The first part, we're gonna be picking some good coping skills. So in each of these apples, they represent good and bad coping skills. You're gonna have your client color in the good coping skills in green and then the bad coping skills in red. So you're gonna go through each of these and kind of help the client understand why that might be a good coping skill, why we should engage in that, or why it's a bad coping skill and why we should not engage in that. So some examples are taking a break, reading a good book, maybe walking away from a situation that we can't handle, or taking 5 deep breaths to relax your body and your mind, or maybe thinking of a happy place or a happy thought. Those would be associated with good coping skills. Some bad coping skills would be yelling at my teacher, maybe pushing a friend when we don't mean to, stomping away and ignoring adults. Those would be associated with some bad coping skills that we should avoid engaging in. You can go through each of these with your client and help them understand if they are feeling stuck and explain to them sort of the rewards for engaging in good coping skills and the consequences to engaging in bad coping skills. Next, you're going to introduce this coping tree. So in this coping tree, you have your apples again, and you're gonna have your client write out their favorite ways to handle their feelings in each of the apples. And then they're gonna be able to color the tree however they want. This is where they can get fun and creative with it and color the tree however they seem fit. In this activity, we are going to be focusing on a specific kind of emotion. We're going to be focusing on anger emotions and how we can cope with those anger emotions when they come up. So this is when I get mad, I will pick a good way to handle it. So you're going to have your client write down some good coping skills that they can engage in when they might be feeling super angry. Some of my coping skills that I wrote down are like going on a walk and being out in nature, or writing in a journal. So writing out those anger thoughts down on a piece of paper instead of taking that anger out on someone that we care about. Or maybe listening to some music, getting some space from others that we need to calm down. And then you can sort of refer back to this activity when your client might be feeling those anger emotions and have them pick from or identify with what coping skill they would want to engage in that moment to help them calm down. And that's it for my activity. I hope you guys learned something and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Behavioral Health Intervention Services, or BHIS as we call it, is for children ages 4 to 19 years old, and it focuses on behaviors that appear at home and in school. So BHIS is an in-home counseling program through Medicaid, and it's available to children that are currently on Title 19. So BHIS is just an excellent complement to therapy services because therapy is more about uncovering the why of the issue, while BHIS is more about addressing the how of improving our behaviors in those symptoms that are typically associated with things out of our control. So there are many ways to identify if your child or other children you know could benefit from BHIS. A few examples are if your child's having difficulty concentrating or following directions, if a child is being bullied, or if you've noticed a change in eating or sleeping patterns, if you've noticed a difficulty in adjusting to a move or the drastic change of social distancing, or if the child is having difficulty resolving the behavior on their own. If you think that your child or your family can benefit from BHIS services, please call us at our toll-free number, 800-531-4236. Heart and Solutions would love to help you and your family navigate difficult emotions in any time of the year. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you think you or a loved one could benefit from behavioral health intervention services.